Hello and welcome back to Wendigow Express, and today is another locomotive review, and it's of this, the Bachmann LNWR Improved Precedent class. This is a very expensive locomotive, but it is a Locomotion Models exclusive, which is very interesting indeed. So without further ado, let's get on with the review. The box looks very nice with the black packaging with the diagram on the front of it. Opening the sleeve, you can see the locomotive looking shiny and pretty inside. There's instructions within the box which tell you everything you need to know about the model in just 4 pages as well. Etched plates are also involved, which for the steep price I think is very much worth it. You can see an extra detail pack filled with lots of nice gubbins, including wheels and vacuum pipes. Opening the clamshell, taking the model out of the box very carefully and gently, and there it is. Well, suppose we got to see what this Loco's got in store. I'm really excited to show you all the detail of this model. It really is exquisite. So let's get into it now. The buffers look very nice and fine, lovely and thin, but at the disadvantage of not being sprung. The coupling is not kinematic, but for such a short engine I don't think that matters too much. There's vacuum pipes, smoke box start looks very well done, and then the handrail looks lovely and sturdy on the front. Going up to the chimney, it's a nice deep hole there, and then the boiler is fitted very well to the dome. You know, there's not too much of a seam line there. Moving down, you can see on the front running board, the wheel has been nicely represented. All that valve gear has been detailed, and it looks absolutely lovely. And then there's a handrail on the side, metal and sturdy, which looks absolutely gorgeous. On the side of the model now, the wheels, once again, just very well replicated, and the side coupling rod, which is very sturdy and metal. The splashers on the side, they just look so Victorian, it's amazing. The Hardwick and 790 look nice, but in the detail pack there are separately etched versions of those you can have fitted to your engine. On the top of the cab, the whistles are nice and metal, and the safety valve looks gorgeous. Now this is one very well built tender. You can see that the sanding boxes are very well incorporated into the coal load, which has that sort of Earl class shine to it, and some very sturdy handrails on the side of the coal load. The frames for the chassis of the tender look very nice. On the back of the tender, you can just about make out the LNWR sign, and up close it looks absolutely sublime. Another vacuum pipe on the back, and the rear buffers, which are not sprung, but are accurate to the prototype. On the front of the tender, there's the winding wheel for the coal, looks really nice, and an etched metal handrail for the side of the cab, and the full plate for the tender, which does go up and down and does connect with the rest of the Loco. In the cab itself, there's another wheel, there's the regulator, and there's like a bit of brown paint in the cab which really does pop compared to a black Loco. Flipping the Loco to its side, here come my hands. You can see underneath the tender chassis there is pickups going to each of the tender wheels, which looks really nice and reliable. The Loco herself has 2 of the driving wheels, and then the third wheel on the front, the pony truck, I don't think picks up, though I haven't opened this Loco up yet. You can also notice an extra little buffer which is connecting the tender and the locomotive together. Something you probably wouldn't notice when running. All in all, an absolutely gorgeous model. This just feels so premium in its appearance and the way it's built, and Bachmann really have left no stone or quality feature unturned, except for the quality features that have been invented after this model's release, of course. But for the money, I give it a thumbs up. It's a stunner, but is it a runner? Turning up the controller and a whirring sound and it's off. Switch it back now. You can see that it's nice and smooth at the higher speeds. It's definitely quite a nippy one though. Can it do a crawl? Okay, oh. Definitely starting off. It stopped. It can kind of crawl, but it can't really sustain it. Yeah, I forgot to mention earlier, this Loco does have traction tyres, so I wonder if things would be different without the traction tyres. Let's do the points test. Going back. Very nice. And then going forwards. Slowing down a bit on the curve, but all just about making it. Definitely not an unreliable one then, when it comes to corners. As it says on the instructions, the running in is 30 minutes in each direction. So, I'm going to run it in for 30 minutes in each direction. And off she goes. Enjoy this running in montage. And that's it for running in. Let's hook her up to some suitable LNWR coaches. This locomotive is absolutely fabulosa. This is one of those engines, much like the 517 and the Atlantic, where you just, if you looked from a far distance, you couldn't really tell if it was different from the original prototype or not. And, you know, it may not have as many features as the 517, or heck, even the Class 85 from so long ago. You'll not see a kit-built version of a Precedent look as good as something by a professional manufacturer like Bachmann. I did pay more money for this than the Atlantic, which just doesn't feel right though. It is, in my opinion, better looking, but the Atlantic was cheaper and it was bigger. And then again, the GWR 517, the feature-packed metal locomotive, that was less expensive as well. So swings and roundabouts then, but I'm probably not gonna get this for any cheaper. This is about premium as you can get for the money. So I am genuinely happy with the purchase. Anyway, back to me. And that'll be it for this edition of Wendigo Express. This model is absolutely lovely. It's just something about it that I put over the Atlantic on the 517 in terms of the shine of delivery. And it's just so well detailed and nothing is apparently wrong with it. You know, you can't see anything that isn't in the prototype, and it's just a really lovely thing to own. And that'll be it for this edition of Wendigo Express. And I'll see you in the next one. It could be 2 weeks, it could be 20,000 months. You never know. Well, see you in the next one. Goodbye! Is a stunner, but is it a runner? Is it a stunner, or is it a runner? Is it a stunner, or is it a runner? Is it a stunner, or is it a runner? Ooh, Wendigo Express.